Hi, this is Ashley Victoria Robinson coming to you from the Pop Spot here at BookCon, and I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Chuck Tingle!
Hello.
How has your BookCon been treating you so far?
So far, wonderful. I mean, what an interesting experience to be in this space. I've done so many like Comic-Con, different conventions, but one dedicated to books and reading. Incredible. I just love it. It's like the vibe is different from all the other ones, but
it's very polite. It's less sweaty
yeah,
than at Comic-Con.
I mean, it's a convention full of readers. It's wonderful. I love it.
Everyone is much less pushy. I said it with my whole chest.
Yes.
First and foremost, I want to dive in and ask, why are you so amazing and so iconic?
Oh, that's a great question.
Thank
I
you.
ask myself that every day, and then I look in the mirror and I think, why the heck not? I mean, obviously. You know, here's what I'm going to say. I think that if you live every day trying to find gratitude and proving love, it's a, you know, I can't speak for myself. I do appreciate the compliment, but I do think there's a lot of power in living with gratitude and trying to put that foot forward. It's hard to do. It's like, you know, especially, you know, times are tough right now. So it's like a giant hurdle, but I think that you can get a lot back from that.
When I think about your work in all of its myriad expressions, I do think about unbridled joy coming through the page. How do you find your joy? Because we have been talking about gratitude.
Yes.
Where does your joy come from?
The practice of gratitude is number one, because you know, and gratitude, it's a practice. You know, it's not like an automatic thing. It is actually something that we as human beings, we enter this timeline and we are given these circumstances, and it's a lot to work for. And when I say that, I don't like expect everyone, like I'm not saying it should be easy. I think there can be this like kind of thing where you talk about gratitude where you know, people say, well, like, oh, I can't have it. Like, it seems like a tall order, if that makes sense. But I do find that, you know, in the darkness, light shines the brightest. So in the hard times, finding gratitude, like that's more, it's very easy to find gratitude when the sun is shining, when it's a beautiful day. So I think just like working towards that, understanding it's a process that we're not all gonna get right immediately, that we're gonna fail at it sometimes, we're gonna get upset, and that's okay. Like it's okay to have trouble finding joy. It's not like you're wrong if you can't find joy, but that process is, I guess, what life is all about, right?
I just want to say, if you ever start a cult, I would love to join, because this philosophy is really speaking to my soul right now.
You know, that's, yes. That has not worked out for other authors in the past,
well,
I will say.
You know, there's always room for improvement.
That's true. Maybe we'll get it right this time.
Exactly. Take that, L. Ron Hubbard.
We'll get it right.
So I'm someone who likes to go outside and touch grass, and when I am planning a camping trip, there's a lot of articles that are like, these are books to read while you're camping, and Camp Damascus is always on that list.
Oh,
so when you were penning it, did you know that you were going to be the book to read outside in the modern age?
Oh my gosh, what a kind thing to say. You know what's interesting? I do actually think artistically, like, if I'm creating a book, you're kind of not supposed to think about where it will end up. A lot of authors will like to say, like, I'm just focused on the writing. I don't even think about the cover or the title and stuff. I actually do think about all that stuff. I always think, like, as a holistic piece, where will it be inserted on this timeline? Like, what will it represent, and things like that. And there's the first chapter of Camp Damascus. They're at like a swimming hole in the woods. It's summertime and stuff. And even when I was writing that, I did think, like, oh, this is really capturing something for me that feels like that. There's just something about that first chapter that I was like, oh, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
So thank you. That's very kind.
So I want to go on top of that. Where in the timeline do our two books here fall?
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, I do like to write. You know, timelines, obviously you're thinking of time and not space. These books, I do think, and I haven't talked about this a lot lately, it's kind of interesting, the setting is character.
Yes.
These ones very much are like really good examples of what I like to do with that. Bury Your Gaze is a Hollywood book, and Lucky Day is a is a Vegas book. My next book, Fabulous Bodies, is a Palm Springs book. So like less about the time and more about the space,
place,
the
yeah.
place, and like where does that kind of fall into it. And it is still capturing vibes, like you said. I do, when I started like writing these, I think, okay, how am I gonna make you feel like you are visiting this location, and making sure you go to all the different places, making sure your scenes are set in a variety of locations that are kind of only representative of that place. It's very nice. It's like books are they're like a nice little vacation. That's the best feeling when you read a book and you're like, okay, I just took a little trip somewhere.
I do feel like you have accidentally set up a road trip down the west side of the country. So like we start with Camp Damascus and we're like in the PNW and we're camping, and then we come down to Vegas, we go through LA, and we wind up in Palm Springs.
You know what? You say unintentional. I think, I'm not going to say fully intentional, but there's
subconsciously.
There's a subconscious something there. I think the art is kind of speaking. I've realized, we're recording this on the East Coast, but
yes.
I'm just like a West Coast buckaroo, and I have a book that I'm working on that as I was writing it, it takes place in New York, and I kept on trying to do it. I was like, there's something that I'm just not capturing, and then I realized I'm just a West Coast buckaroo, and I had to move it back to the West Coast because I love it here. I do, everyone, but I don't. I just like there's something that I'm like. I don't think I will ever feel at home here. It's a great place for me to visit, but I just can't write the East Coast. There's just a different thing here that is, these feel like West Coast pants to me. I don't know.
For sure.
There's just something that I have. Yeah.
When your East Coast adventure does come out, we'll know that we've evolved into a new era.
That's true.
And a new Chuck.
That will be. Gosh, reference this when that book comes out. You're gonna think, wow, something's really going on with Chuck.
He's really going
Behind
through
the mask,
something.
he's really going through it.
The mask will be off. It'll be
Yes.
a whole new persona.
Yes, I will not be wearing as brightly colored pants. That's for sure. That'll be like dressed in all black. Maybe that'll be my next era. Who knows?
Before I let you go, I do want to talk about some of your more absurd erotica, which
Yes.
we online love to call the Tingleverse. When are we going to get the big screen adaptation that we all deserve, and who do we need to tweet at to make it happen?
Oh, interesting. Well, gosh, that's the thing. You know what? I have 400. I think I'm coming up on 400 Tinglers, my short form erotica.
Yeah, way to make the rest of us look unproductive and lazy.
Hey, you can all do it too. You just got to sit down for 10 years and write 5,000 words a day every day. Not
Only
that hard.
5,000?
Only 5,000.
That
yes.
is the highest word count I've heard in that. Wow.
Yeah, I
My
don't hit it
respect.
all the time, but if I'm having like a day where I'm plugged in, that's kind of what I'm hitting. And those books, we were just talking about this. Like, I see it if you were to adapt them to film. These books, you can't see my eyes. I would say no comment on the horror Tingleverse being adapted.
Ooh,
And then
no winks.
just imagine there's a wink behind this. And then as far as the erotica, I feel like you would want to do it all together, like because all the stories kind of blend together in like a big world. So instead of like Space Raptor Butt Invasion, the movie, you would just have like the Tingleverse movie. I don't know. That's how I see it. And who would direct it? As I am the world's greatest author, let's say like maybe we'll find the world's greatest, like set your sights at my level. So like something like Spielberg, Scorsese, someone truly legendary, I think could possibly handle the nuance of the erotic Tingleverse.
And how it all ties together.
Yes, if they were really on their A game,
Yes.
I think they could reach that height.
I do feel like you were speaking about these people when they were in the 1970s. So
Oh.
we will touch the timeline and we will bring them.
There's a
to
lot of
work
time
back.
travel in the like Spielberg Jurassic Park era. I'm imagining a slightly different version of Jurassic Park.
Spicier version.
Yeah,
More
get me
peppers.
in as like the co-writer on that screenplay, and you'll come out with a hit, not whatever Jurassic Park did. I don't know. I haven't looked at the box office. I'm assuming that the box office could have been improved with
it
some
was
dinosaur
respectable.
romance. We'll see. Yes.
And then lastly but not leastly, because here in the Popverse we celebrate the best in TV, movie, comics, and books, what are you geeking out about that you're not working on? So what's something you're just enjoying for fun?
Oh my gosh. Gosh, what am I geeking out that I'm not working on?
Which will in turn reveal what you're working on, probably.
I know. Well, the thing is right now I'm really deep into finishing some books and getting like ready, because my tours are always like a big, a lot of bookers think, it's an author talk. It's like sitting down like this. But I actually do like a show for my tour. It's like a one-man show. We generally will partner with bookstores to rent out theaters and stuff. And so for Fabulous Bodies, my next book, I'm getting ready for that tour. So like preparing that show is very important. It's like just a really wonderful thing that I get to do every summer. And so I'm like deep into that. And I'm thinking like, that is consuming my mind.
Everything.
So like that, but you specifically said not to. So I was saying I'm reading Gotham by Gaslight, which is
so good.
Yeah, well, I just started it. So I love graphic novels, and mostly I read like I have this big graphic novel collection, and like 90% of them are like horror, and then of a small 10% that's like superhero ones, and which is basically all Batman.
Yeah.
So I was looking around and I asked a couple of buds, and I said, what's a really good Batman that I haven't read yet? And they all said Gotham by Gaslight. So I have that, and I just started, so I'm pretty excited about that.
If I may recommend, there's also quite a good animated film adaptation. When you're done.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, to check out. I'm
well,
sure
I gotta read the
Yes.
read the book first and then check it out. That's great.
Chuck Tingle, thank you so much for joining us in the Pop Spot today.
Thank you for having me. What a wonderful thing. And everyone watching, I just want to say, you have the power to create an entirely new timeline just by your choices. You are incredibly powerful, even when the world seems overwhelming, crushing down on you. I'm creating a timeline just by moving this here.
Oh, no.
Entirely new timeline. And you have that power too. Everybody does. And you can do it too, in some small way. Create a better world, prove a little love, and make things a little better with a small action, because it seems small, but guess what? Now there's an entirely new universe, and that's the power that you have. So use it well, prove love,